Yeah, g'day everybody. My name's Roberto from Finiria Wood-Fired Ovens. I'm based here in Melbourne, Australia. Sell a few pizza ovens. I just wanted to do a video on the accessories that are available. So when you buy yourself a wood-fired oven, you sort of know what's out in the market or what you might need. So the first thing I'll start with is the tools. So the pizza peels I recommend you get are a lightweight anodized aluminium type perforated square peel. The purpose of these is when you make your pizzas, if you're going to make the Neapolitan style pizzas, you'll spread them out nice and thin on your bench. You can use plenty of flour, and then you would use this to pick up your pizza or pull your pizza onto this, give it what we call a second stretch, lift it up, and you can shake all the excess flour off. It'll fall through these holes, and then you will put it in the oven. These come in a few different styles and sizes. This being the 12-inch peel, perfect for something like this Alpha oven, Alpha 1. They come in wood or gas now. Fits nicely in there. Throw your pizza in, and that's your square anodized peel. You can get a short handle 14-inch, beautiful for this type of oven. Fits nice. It's an 800mm Sydney Firebrick precast oven, nicely in there. Or you can even get yourself still a 14-inch, but with a 1.2 metre handle. They come in 1.5. 1.2 is a good size. If you had a bigger oven, maybe a 1 metre dome, you could reach in, drop one in up the back, up the front, and things like that. I recommend do not get any sauce on these peels, or oil or water. Do not leave them or use them to turn the pizza in the oven. You don't want them to get hot. Strictly used for loading your pizza onto a peel and loading it into the oven. If you get water or anything like that on it, the dough will stick, and then you'll find yourself coming here and going to throw it in the oven, and it's stuck on the peel, and what you'll end up with all the toppings inside the oven and the dough still stuck to your peel. If you find, as you're walking over to your oven, give it a slight shake, make sure it's loose before you go and load it in there. Even if a corner of your pizza's stuck, put it back on your bench, get some flour, put it under there, make sure it's unstuck. You'll have trouble-free, happy entertainment. So that's your perforated peel for loading the pizzas into the oven. The next peel you'll need is called the turning peel. These come with a 200mm or 230mm head on it. You don't want that to be very big. The purpose of this is when your pizza is inside the oven, you lift it and turn it, because it's obviously there's a flame on one side, so you need to keep rotating your pizzas in there. So once you've loaded your pizza in, give it 20-30 seconds to form a bit of a crust, then you should be able to get underneath it, pick it up and turn it. Got a little slider here just to make life easy. Again, go in, turn, keep this arm still. That's called your turning peel. Very, very important. And the last of the tools that you probably need inside an oven is a brush. This type of brush has a head that swivels as thus. You can use that to sweep things out of your oven, or if there's wood inside your oven, turn it that way, tighten your handle back up, and you can use it to brush sideways in your oven. Whichever oven that may be, brush sideways. These three are probably the most common types of tool set. You buy a 3-piece tool set. You'll want a perforated peel, you want a turning peel, and you'd want a brush. That's enough to get you off and running. Obviously they come in different styles. These are Regina products made in Italy. A bit longer, more for a commercial oven. This is a 1.5 metre handle, quite large. This is a nice, beautiful anodized aluminium unperforated peel. Some people would use it without the holes. If you're making bread, it wouldn't matter if you had holes or not. So if you're making bread, you'd probably want it without the perforation. You would load your bread onto this with plenty of flour, and then you would load your bread into the oven. You could load 1 or 2 pieces at a time. When you're baking bread at 250 odd degrees Celsius, the flour won't burn. So it won't matter how much flour is on this peel, and when you're loading pizzas in, because the flour won't burn. So that's what these are good for. When you're cooking Neapolitan style pizzas at 500 degrees Celsius, the flour will burn. It'll burn, it'll smoke up, it's terrible, and that's where you'd need your perforated type peel. So that's pizza peels and tools, and basically what range is available in that. Also with the Alpha range, if you buy an Alpha oven, they have their own tools with Alpha written on a beautiful wooden handle, all stainless steel, not the perforated type, but you get the hook. It's a 4-piece set. You get your brush, the brush does rotate, you get your flat peel, and you get your turning peel. If you buy an Alpha with a multi-function bench or the full pizza, these things will sit in the front. If you want it to look really good, this is a good set. But I do recommend the perforated peels for loading pizza in if you're making Neapolitan style pizzas. We also have, or I also highly recommend, wood racks. These are the Alpha wood racks. I use this, there's one inside this oven, you might not be able to see that. In any oven, the Alpha one comes with a wood rack, but all the other Alpha ovens don't come with a wood rack. The wood rack, you would sit it in your oven and load your wood onto that. And because the air can get underneath that, as you can see here, the air can get underneath your wood, so it will really help throw that flame from one side of the oven across to the other side of the oven. They come in a 59 centimetre or a 37 centimetre. This is for the Alpha the Chows or the Cinqueminuti. And when we get up to the full pizza or the Allegro, you would use the larger wood rack. And this is an 800 Calabrese Sydney Fibrick oven. I use the small one. If you had a 1 metre brick oven from the Sydney Fibrick company, you would probably go for this type wood rack. Highly recommend them. You can use other things to keep the wood up, but none of them are going to perform as good as this. This stainless steel is very thick. It is absolute premium quality stuff. This one here I've been using for about 6 months. Hasn't deteriorated yet. It's lost its shine, but it still performs perfectly. That's a wood rack. Again, a very important piece of your Neapolitan cooking accessory. Other things you could use, which I use and recommend, is a dough box. When I make my dough, when I make my pizza, I make the balls and I load up into this box. This box fits 15 pizza balls, and I'm lucky enough, my fridge, it's not that big a fridge, but in my fridge, I think it's a 500 litre fridge, this dough box fits in one shelf. So I just slide it in there, make my dough balls the night before, I might put them in the fridge overnight, and then take them out the next day, ready to cook. When using a dough box, there are polyurethane scrapers, not the steel scrapers. Very good, because you won't scratch your box. So these are very good for getting your pizzas out of here without scratching the box. They're a polyurethane. These are made in Italy by Regina as well. And obviously you need a pizza cutter. There are different types of pizza cutters. You can buy them anywhere. This is another one made in Italy by Regina. You can take the wheel off this one, resharpen it and put it back on. It's a bit more of an upper end pizza cutter. Very comfortable in the hand. It's a good size, 100mm blade. Very handy. So, dough box, cutter, polyurethane spatula, also very good, very handy things to have if you own a wood-fired oven and you want to make your pizzas. Other than that, other types of accessories are, this is another product made by Alpha. This is a barbecue set. You would fill this tray with charcoal. So as you're preheating your oven, waiting for it to get to temperature. If you've got a precast oven, that could take, you know, 1.5, 2 odd hours. So while you're doing that, you could, and you got some coals, fill the tray up with coals. This would sit on top of those coals. I've put sausages or prawns or little lamb cutlets on here, and this rotates. So you would have this, would slide inside and out of your oven like that. Little handle, push it in. You'll be cooking. Get yourself a pair of, you can pull it out, rotate, whatever you have to rotate, push it back in. Magnificent little accessory while your guests are waiting for pizzas. If you wanted to do some sort of entree, you've got the coal underneath, so any fat, if you're doing sausages or chops, any fat will be dripping onto those coals. You've got your wood rack with your flame shooting over the top of this meat, and you've obviously got the heat from the oven. So very quickly you can do some nice things with this little accessories. Pull it in, pull it out. Does not fit in the Alpha 1s, does not fit in the 5 minuti, but will fit in the Ciao and the Quattro Pizza and above. Fantastic, again, excellent quality stainless steel, very, very, very well made product. That's about it. Just to get you started, so you got peels, you got wood racks, you got little barbecue accessories. That's really all you need. But there is one more thing. So the other thing you might want to get your hands on is an infrared thermometer. So most ovens come with a gauge on the door or on the side of the oven. They're not really a good indication of what your oven temperature, inside oven temperature is. That'll give you an indication of what the temperature is at that point, be it at the door or be it on the side of your Alpha oven. The infrared guns will shoot they shoot a little red beam, most of them, and whatever that beam's touching will give you a temperature. So if you're cooking a Neapolitan style pizza, you only really need 3 things. You need the right sort of dough, you need 350 degrees Celsius on your floor tiles, and you need a flame. It's not so much about the temperature of the overall oven. When we say 500 degrees Celsius, it's not the temperature of the oven. We need 350 Celsius on the floor with a flame. A flame will give you that 500 degrees Celsius plus on top of your pizza. So if you have that combination, the top and the bottom of the pizza will cook at the same time. If your floor is only 250 with a flame, you're going to burn the top before you cook the bottom, and vice versa. If your floor is 400 Celsius without a flame, you're going to burn the bottom before you cook your top. Very good tool, mostly only used to measure the temperature of your floor, but I don't know how else you would measure it without one of these things. So infrared gun, perforated tools, wood rack, get you started. Dough box, barbecue accessories, if you wanted to do other things. So I hope that's helped you understand what sort of tools are out there and what sort of tools you might need to enjoy your wood-fired oven cooking experience. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, as I'm going to do other videos on other things related to wood-fired ovens. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. Roberto from Feneri Wood Fired Ovens, based in Melbourne. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.